So Hamas has been caught lying yet again. Shocker, shocker, shocker. Yeah, so Hamas was caught on camera digging up the body of a murdered Israeli hostage and then removing remains from a prepared structure and then reburying the remains nearby and then calling in Red Cross representatives to stage a fake discovery for the cameras. They buried the body of a hostage they had been holding only to pretend to find it during an excavation in order to manufacture optics and gain time under this ceasefire agreement. Hamas right now is telling mediators that they're struggling to locate the bodies of deceased hostages, but they're literally moving, staging, and manipulating those very bodies of those hostages. They aren't searching, they're performing. And the victims are not just the deceased hostages whom they're holding on to and lying about. Think about the families. Think about the international community and the truth itself that is being distorted and warped by Hamas and their barbarism. They are using dead bodies, as they have continued to do for the last 2 years, as bargaining chips. They're doing this now because they believe that Western governments, international media, and humanitarian organizations are so desperate for even the illusion of progress that they can be manipulated with a photo op. But unfortunately for them, there's aerial video footage showing exactly what they're doing. Lying. They aren't incompetent. They are deliberate, and they are deliberate in their calculated deception and lies to fool people. And the reason Hamas would do this is because the hostage framework is the last leverage they have to avoid exactly what they fear most, which is their own disarmament and the collapse of their control of Gaza. And by dragging out the process, by staging fake recoveries through excavations, by presenting remains slowly and manipulatively, Hamas is not complying with an agreement. They are weaponizing it, as they always have. Their objective is to stall Israel's military pressure while buying time to regroup, rearm, and reposition terrorists all throughout civilian infrastructure in Gaza. This is classic Hamas strategy. Lie, manipulate, and then delay. Hamas is a terror organization that we have seen continuously lying to Western media, lying to negotiating partners, lying to its own people, using its own people as shields, using hostages as currency in political pawns and leverage in negotiation, and now uses the bodies of the dead as props for propaganda. Who else on earth behaves this way? What legitimate government does this? None. Only terrorists. And it's time that the world wakes up and stops letting Hamas dictate the narrative with their lies, because every staged photo op, every manipulated press opportunity, every hostage discovery must not be treated as a sign of compliance on behalf of Hamas, but evidence of exploitation. They are not a partner for peace. They are not a negotiating counterpart. They are a terror network operating through cruelty, deceit, and psychological warfare. And the longer that the world pretends otherwise, the more innocent lives will be destroyed in this conflict by this manufactured illusion of progress and the idea that Hamas actually wants peace.